Hello, I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today we're going to talk about stocks and bonds. When Elon Musk speaks, I listen. Are you paying attention? And welcome to Falsy Optics. Check. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back. Today, we got to get into the stock market. Elon Musk talks. But first, you see, we're at the Stop Struggling Now YouTube channel page. So please, if you haven't become a member and joined our membership program, there's a join button over here on the right. And I want to thank you, everybody, for coming, and please share the videos. Without further ado, I'm going to go into stock market investing. But remember, there's links down below. Get your free share of stock from Robinhood and Webull. All you have to do, download the software using the link down below. Then you link your email address and you link your bank account. You do not have to deposit. And then after 7 to 10 days, you go back in and you accept and claim your free share of stock. This is on both Robinhood and Webull. Webull gives you a second share of free stock when you deposit $100 or more. That gets you a second share. And by the way, once you are joined with either one of these, you can become an affiliate. Everybody is an affiliate. You will have a link just like me that you can share with other people. And when other people do just what I mentioned to sign up, you will receive another free share of stock. So why not? Tell your friends, tell your family, send it to them. Or if you're on social media, post it up. That's how we do it here. Always talking about how to make money. Stop struggling now. So without further ado, let's get into the stock market. But before I get into the Elon Musk speaks, I'm going to speak. Because there's a stock front line that I should have been highlighting for the last 3-4 months because they do pay out dividends. Now, their dividends have been lower in years past. But this year, they're going to claim that they're going to give out $2.80 in dividends. This is why you see this high dividend yield of 36%. So I received dividend of 70 cents per share about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I believe it was. And the stock symbol is F as in Frank, RO. It's only $7.68 today. It's been a little lower, but generally, before the crash, it was around $11. You can see the 6-month chart on the screen. But if they're going to be kicking out $2.80 per year, 36% on your money as of the $7.68 price, you might want to sign up and get a few shares. All right? Now, let's get down with Elon Musk yesterday. Late last night, please mine more nickel, Musk urges as Tesla boosts production, as you can see on the screen here. This is incredible. Elon Musk, a guy that's trying to make the world a better place, a little geek, just simply says, hey, mining company, make more nickel available. I have checks waiting for you. This is incredible for somebody of his stature to just readily admit that I'm going to be looking for nickel. You have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, nickel, that's what's used in like lithium ion batteries and other type of battery products. And he's not the only one that's going to be needing nickel. Think about the other companies like Neo. Other companies could be Nikola, uh, any other EV electric vehicle like Porsche, anybody, VW, anybody could be needing nickel. And if these guys aren't producing it, what's going to happen? This is supply and demand. This is a financial marketplace. Clearly, prices would go up. So obviously, what should you be doing? Well, what I'm doing, I'm looking for stocks or ETFs that I can buy or buy nickel outright, because I'm thinking that's going to be a long-term play, because EVs, electric vehicles, they're in the infancy. Can you imagine if 300 million, 400 million electric vehicles are needed around the world? Nickel's going to be needed. So this could be a long-term play. So here's the first one that's like an ETF. It's N as in Nancy, I, L, S as in Sam, Y. Nornickel. This is Russia. They've been in business since 1983, so I don't need to own nickel. But I can do an ETF type play. And not only is it only $26.11, and they're going to give me 6.84% on my money. Again, it's Russian. And once again, I'm not a financial analyst, guru, advisor. So you're going to have to do your own due diligence. But I'm looking to buy nickel, not the property itself, not the metal itself, but I'm looking for ETFs. And here's one of them. If you have an idea of an ETF, put it down below in the comments. But right now, I'll take 6.84% on my money if I give it to Nilsi, N-I-L-S as in Sam, Y for everybody on podcast. Next up, Vale, V as in Victor, A-L-E. They're at $11.29. They are giving 3.08%. That's the dividend yield on the $11.29 price. They're out of Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. So once again, that's another company that maybe you want to invest in. As you can see, it has risen since the lows of March. This is 6 months. And it's risen 71% even before Elon Musk made his declaration of somebody, I'll give you checks. Okay, let's talk about something else here. How can I forget? Me and Curtis Davis is going to be doing a live stream tomorrow night, Friday night. Some of you might see this video on Friday or late Thursday evening. Friday night, 8:05 p.m. Some great stock tips from Curtis Davis. He gave us the LVGO about a month, 2 months back. He gave us CWH a month, 2 months back, and a few others. And because of the awesome viewership, you never know what somebody else might drop down in the comments section during the live stream giving gems. Because somebody, I can't remember who it was, I want to give credit to Joshua Felder, that he mentioned OAS. And at the time, OAS was 65 cents or 62 cents. It shot all the way up to $2. And I did make a video and I sold mine. That was when the oil markets were well low. They were oversupplied. So I was advising getting the oil stocks. And I still say XOM is always a play for me because that's Exxon. But in this case, we're trying to figure out what to do when the stock market is just going slowly but surely down, not dropping fast enough to go with the velocity stocks, but it's just kind of dropping a little here, 1% here, 1% there. Now is the time to start thinking about precious metals. And precious metals has increased because when I did the Silver Stacker Challenge in October or September of 2018, I lost the Silver Stacker Challenge because I bought 10 ounces of silver for $150. And I predicted that I think it was $15.35, that by January the price would be lower than that. And when January came up for the date, it was like 20 cents, 30 cents more than that. So I lost the bet. Fortunately for me, only one person took me up on the offer. So I only had to ship out 10 ounces. I can only imagine if I'd have lost, $1,000, or six, seven, eight people would have took me up on the offer. That could have been very pricey. Since that time, we are now a year and a half later, and now the stock market is up to 21 or 22 cents. I'll probably get into that in a second. But the fact of the matter is, in a year and a half, $15 to 21, that's $6. So you can almost do 6 times 15 is 40. Yeah. So what is that? 40% on your money, which is pretty good, I guess. But I have a different idea on what you can do. So I'm going to play a video. This is very interesting. This was a video that we did a live stream on May 17th, and I just want to play this little clip for you. It's not going to be able to be downloaded to my account. I have to go out here and go to the, pawn shop or coin dealer or gold dealer, or go and have to figure out who's going to buy it, post it somewhere. I mean, this is kind of crazy to me. That's why I say keep a very small amount, 5% reality. But you're saying, Eric, what about that gold and silver? Paper weighs a lot less. So where's the paper? It's the stock market. There are miners stocks, such as, let's go, AUY. A is in apple, U, Y. D is in David, R is in Robert, D is in David. So you see there, ladies and gentlemen, even May 17th, talking about gold and silver. That's the first video I could pull up. Even a month or two before that, when the crashes was coming, March, April, gold and silver. Why? Because the federal government at the time was printing $2 million. They were on their second stimulus check, giving another 400 billion or 500 billion. Now they're going to be printing more, which causes inflationary situations. So now gold is at $18.95. Silver today is at $22.79. You can see what's happened here over here on the right hand side in the last week, 2 weeks. It's starting to get like a hockey stick type thing, starting to rise. And they're about to give a $2 or $3 trillion package. And here's silver. You can see as well. Oh, that's gold. Hold on, let me go back. Oh, this was silver over here, $22.50, $22.79. And then this is gold. So you can see how it's risen over here. So what do I suggest is, as always, less than 5%. And there's a reason, but stackers, please, by all means, stack that physical gold, silver, precious metals. We need you. I'm kind of being funny, but I'm kind of not. Without stackers, that means demand would be lower. So therefore, you wouldn't be able to do what the government initiated when they started these ETFs. But anyhow, let's get into it. There's, even though you heard me mention AUY and DRD, we're going to get into those in a second. But let's just say you don't want to invest in silver, and it's $22.50, because silver is a physical item. It's a bar or a coin, and you have to store it somewhere. Let's say you want to do it the old-fashioned way, where you buy ETFs. And as you can see here, the silver ETF, S as in Sam, I, V as in Victor, R, is almost mimicking the physical. There is no dividend yield on this. The only thing that I like is that it's liquid. So I don't have to look around for a buyer of my physical gold like it's a product. I just go on Robinhood or Webull, click sell. Whatever profit I accumulate, I keep. It's over. Done. A wrap. That's one. Okay? Gold, which is rising ever more in the last month or two. I'll get into it because this is the 6-month chart. And 6 months ago, it was 1871 for the Barrick Gold Corp. Today, it's 27.99, and you can see that's a 49.6% increase from January. So that's not bad on your money, right? And again, no premiums to pay, none of that. So I would actually make that $18.71. I sold at $27.99. That's in my pocket. Nobody's siphoning off 1%, 5%, or anything like that. 10%. So, and also when you use GOLD is what I'm talking about, Barrick Gold Corp. It's 0.57% dividend. And yes, I have this. And yes, they did issue me a dividend check. I don't know when it was. I don't really pay that much attention because I do a reinvest. I just know I get a message on Robinhood, Webull, and they say you're getting a dividend. That's all I know, and I know they come every 3 months. All right. Now, something else I didn't mention in that video was B as in boy, T as in Tom, G as in George, and this is also a 6-month chart. And in January, the price was $4.32. Today, we're at $6.49. So the BTG also has risen 50% on your money. And again, no dividend yield on BTG, but you're enjoying the price rise in gold. All right. And by the way, I got to give a shout out to Yankee Stacking because Yankee Stacking mentioned BTG a few months ago as well. And if you're into stacking gold, silver, precious metals, and getting a financial education on gold, silver, precious metals, that's the man. Yankee Stacking, right here on YouTube. And he was a special guest a couple of weeks ago. He's an awesome person, great guy, and gives great knowledge on this. As you know, I don't really do stacking, and he's a stacker prepper. So also that the prepping part with the food, the hey, I gotta say it, the bullets, the weapons, the whole thing about if the economy goes to hell, how do you survive? That's what you do when you prep. Everybody should be prepping at this point after what's been happening under the lockdown. All right, next up, DRD. I did mention this one in the video, and I'll go back 6 months, and again, in 6 months' time, DRD has went up 150%. Now, anybody that saw the video on May 17th, the share was around on May 18th, so that was a Sunday night apparently. On Monday, it closed at $9.81. So even if you would have said, hey, I'm liking what Eric's saying here. He said DRD, I'm going to buy it. Even at that point, you would be up 56%. Now, obviously, you don't realize any gains unless you sell the shares. But the gold and silver and precious metals should see a rise as inflation is trying to be fended off. And the thing about DRD, yes, dividend check. 2.82% on your money at $15.32. When it was $9.80, your dividend yield would be higher. I can't do it off the top of my head, but it would probably be, well, that's at 2, so it has to be at 50% more, right? So it's got to be around 4% on your money. If you would have invested on May 18th, you'd be earning 4% on your money right now. And you could let this probably ride out for a minute because I'm I'm bullish on gold. I'm bullish on silver. I'm waiting for a little small pullback, and at that time, I'm actually going to be investing more into the ETFs. I probably won't be buying gold and silver because the premiums, they're adding on 15% or 15% in the case of gold, but 25 or 30% in the case of silver. So just like right now, silver is $22.80, but it's going to cost me 27. Here, I'll just go look. Let me go show you guys what I mean, because a lot of people don't realize that there's a premium on the cost of silver. We're in series. I'll just go here. Okay, Silver Eagle. Oh, come on now. Let's see. I'm just trying to get to something where we can see prices. This is probably going to be even crazier, but let's go look. Okay, we still can't get a price, so I then went off into the oh, here we go. Look, they charge real premiums. $34 for a American Silver Eagle. 1 ounce. I mean, that's a serious premium of almost $10. That's just insanity. But anyhow, the normal bars and things like that would only be about 27, 26. Probably right now at 22.76 is probably up to 28. Unless you're going to buy 500 ounces, which most people would not do that. So instead, I like the paperweight. Barely a pound. Barely a few ounces of weight here. So, as you can see, we enjoy the gains while these guys are stacking. The supply is limited, so price is going up. Then inflation kicks in, so prices will probably rise even more. With AUY, you also heard me say on May 17th, and if you were with us before May 17th, then you know I mentioned it probably a month or two before that. But 6 months back, just for records, 42% on your money, and May 18th, it was $4.97. So a gain of 16.7% on your money, because now it's $5.80, and you get at $5.80, it's 1% on your money. And yes, I received another dividend check from them as well, which is why my argument against buying the gold and silver and precious metals physical, I earn nothing. And I understand it's insurance, Yankee. But what I'm trying to say is, if I spend money and you're still going to send me a check, whether it's 1% or 2.82% or 3% for me holding something, then to me that holds more value to me than a bar. And I do understand the stock market can always go down. So I'm just giving everybody some thoughts from each side of the camp. Now, something I didn't mention, and you might not have heard from me often, is Fortuna Silver Mines. Okay, a mining company for silver out of Vancouver, out of Mexico, out of Peru. They're in a few locations. This is the 6-month chart. And once again, you could see it's 55.96% on your money. And I always should go with, got to show when you talk about it, right? May 18th. Oh, got to get there. It was $4.26 on that Monday after, well, I didn't mention in that video, FSM. I mentioned it. I can't even guess, but it would have been around that time or even before. But let's just say it was around that time. And it's 50% again on your money. There's no dividend yield, but again, you're enjoying the upside from the actual physical Comdex gold and silver. Now, what else should a person be looking for? Shouldn't you be looking for the future, right? So the future is online marketing, like an Amazon, like a Google, like Microsoft, right? You should invest in those. If you're lucky enough to have accounts that allow you to buy fractional reserves, because a lot of people say, hey, Eric, I don't have $3,000 to buy Amazon. I don't have $1,500, $1,600 to buy Tesla. Well, maybe you have $50. So you can buy fractional. You can just buy $50 worth. Kind of like how you can buy cryptocurrency. You have $100, then you can buy $100 worth of Bitcoin. Same thing is happening on other platforms where you can buy partials. So you can buy $100 worth of Amazon, $100 worth of Tesla, $100 worth of Microsoft if you don't want to spend the full share price. Okay? So this is why you have to think about industries that are going to be booming in the future, which are almost obvious. Anything online. I'm talking about Instagram. You're talking about Snapchat, which actually is at an all-time high. Twitter even though they had their faux pas, they have a stranglehold on social media. Facebook even. These companies have a stranglehold, and Amazon, Google, Tesla is almost a technology company, so they're crossover. You have to think about the future and what it could mean, especially when you have a company. I'll use Tesla as an example. If their batteries improve as much as they say they are, and their car can go 600 miles, that is a serious advantage. And if you start getting, if Tesla wall that you can build in your house, and you can have solar panels on your house, and you can be off the grid much more efficiently, meaning literally off the grid, because your Tesla battery wall pack can power your house for 24 hours or longer, and you have solar panels. Now Tesla has you being off the grid. Now it's worth buying their products, or somebody else's products and then getting their wall, or somebody else's products and getting their solar panel. I mean, they are also in the car business, but they're a technological company. Amazon, they decided, I want to deal with cars. Autonomous driving, they invest in a company with autonomous driving. So you got to think, these guys have the stock market cachet, billions that they can use at their disposal to buy other companies to get in the game of whatever the future is going to be. So you would want a Ford stock, and F as in Frank is Ford, because they're dealing with autonomous driving. Okay? What else do we have coming? 5G. Luckily for you, there's a couple of 5G guys here, and that's Nokia. And Nokia right now is only selling for $4.37. Dividend yield is only 2.57% at this number. A lot of you may have heard me talk about N as in Nancy, okay, Nokia before, a few months back. Again, if you would have been hovering around sometime in May or April or March, it was under $2 April 1st. It's creeped up. In May, it's $3.46. It hit $4.28 June 4th, and right now it's at $4.37. Again, they have something to do with 5G. They're a big time company. So expect a little rise from these guys, and they work with other companies. So keep that in mind. And Ericsson, who's been out there just sitting silently, idly by, look at their rise lately. Look at this hockey stick at the end. They're trying to make moves in the 5G marketplace, and they got something going on. So again, if you're working 9 to 5, you may not know about this. Ericsson, my name, ERIC, and you get 0.64% on your money at $11. If you would have been a channel member, you would have known when I bought Ericsson and Nokia about a month and a half ago. It was somewhere around the beginning of June, end of May. I can't remember, around that time. So anyhow, let's just call it out. You would have been around the $9.62 mark. So we'll find out right now at that marker. I'm guessing though, because without me getting a visual, I'll even use 967, and we got 20% on our money in a month and a half. But obviously, I'm not selling. This is a long-term play for me. I'm waiting for Lars, Magnus, Ericsson to do their thing like they used to. All right, and look at their subsidiaries. Pay attention. All right, they're sitting there quiet, but those are the kind of things. Now, the virus. What is one of the biggest companies on the planet when it comes to medical? Has most people heard of Pfizer? You know they're going to figure out how to get their hands in on some of this coronavirus vaccine, or come up with the vaccine themselves, or buy the person out who gets the vaccine, because the guys who apparently are leading this vaccine charge, they're talking crazy. They're saying we're going to give away the vaccine for free. Yeah, well, we've been down this storyline before when other people said, hey, you know what? There's insulin that we can help people with for diabetes. There's no reason for us to charge. We'll just give it away for free. Well, as anything in America, a capitalist society, yeah, somebody got it for free, and then they proceeded to turn it into, well, I'm sorry, you're not going to get it. You're going to have to pay for it. So don't expect the same things is going to happen again. So my bet is on Pfizer. And once again, about 3 months ago, I told you guys about Pfizer in the first place, because at the time, at the end of March, it was down here around the lowest it's been in like years. So if you would have purchased around 29, 30, I think I should know this because it was around 30 actually, 30, 31. So it must have been around the end of March, because I know I got some at 31 or 30. So again, I'll go with the 31.75 number, end of March. And as you can see, that's 20% on your money. But at the same time, at $38.41, Pfizer is P as in Paul, F as in Frank, E. At $38.41, you get 3.96% on your money. And yes, they also have kicked dividend money to me. Ladies and gentlemen, while you sleep, creating your wealth, it's not that hard when you actually think about what's happening in the world. So you can take advantage of this when the one percenters mess up, when the economy goes down. This is how they stay so far ahead of the rest of everybody else. Don't be scared. Don't think that you can't invest and take a risk. You take a risk every day. But you cannot replace when you say, here's $1, and 3 years later that dollar turns into $50. That is the idea behind investing and picking industries or sectors of an industry to help you increase your wealth. All right? Just take your time. Think about it. And I'm here to help. If you need anything, you can always make comments down below. You can hit me up at Eric at StopStrugglingNow.com. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. That's why we do it the old-fashioned way. We earn it. And we get dividend checks. We make our money work for themselves without us putting in the time to work. We're getting checks every month. Checks every 2 months, checks every 3 months from these world-renowned corporations, a la Warren Buffett, a la Elon Musk. And I must say, once again, thank you, Elon Musk, for shouting out that we need more nickel. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you got the playbook. Let me know what you think down below. And with that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.